of the report. Austin joins rebellion against naked body scanners. And KXAN news report, you can get all the details there. But the point is, we can take back our cities. We can say no to sodium fluoride being added, along with radium and uranium. Oh, that's added too. You didn't know that? That's now confirmed and admitted, along with lead and mercury and arsenic. Oh yes, that's the toxic waste that comes out of the aluminum purification and smelting. It's the byproduct. Also, the power plant scrubbers, where they basically shoot a stream of water up in the smokestacks across the furnace release valve, where all that coal smoke filled with mercury and lead and arsenic and uranium and plutonium, because that's where they mine it, is out of coal deposits and limestone deposits. So it's in there naturally, and so it purifies out in this water or condenses out, and then they sell that as something good for your teeth. They call it fluoride. What a beautiful system. But I'm, again, already digressing here today. We could say no to all of this. And, you know, city councils will laugh at first when you go up and say, here's CBS News out of Houston. They say they don't know why there's uranium and radium in the drinking water all over Texas, but it's confirmed that the state covered it up for decades with the feds. Here's the CBS News article. Now let me read to you, and then they can read from the public documents and admissions of what the, quote, EPA allows to be put in your water, the over 300 chemicals. Again, it depends what company they're buying it from. It's always over 150 or so, sometimes over 300, but it's over 300 allowed. And you can just read that, as we've done many times on air, to the city council, give them exhibits, and say, you're on notice that poison is being put in the water: uranium, radium, lead, arsenic, mercury, sodium fluoride. You can laugh and say fluoride's good for you because you've been brainwashed that it is. But all these other things are admittedly poisonous and bad. You're on notice. I'm going to sue the city in 1 month if you don't read these documents and if you don't do a review and respond. And then if they respond in a month and say, okay, there is no uranium in the water, which we know is a lie, or we believe mercury's good for you, or we believe arsenic's good for you, then you have them in court. I mean, look, I can't do all this, but I'm giving you the battle plan. For 15 years, I've screamed and yelled about suing over them taking your baby's blood at birth and giving it to the Pentagon for a secret bioweapons / Rockefeller Foundation genetic engineering program. Finally, my listeners in Minnesota, in Austin, Texas as well, sued. They've won. It's proven it all. Now there's more suits. See, I can't do it all. I'm here telling you what's going on, laying it out. Okay, I'm telling you the truth. I know if you're a new listener and it sounds crazy that the government's putting uranium and radium and lead and arsenic and everything else you can imagine in the water, and you can't believe it. If you'll just go and get a tour of your water treatment facility, 71% of cities and municipalities have it, and you get a full list and are allowed to get a sheet of what is on the bag, it will tell you. Okay? Real simple. Just like I told you last year, do not believe me that that the H1N1 shot can give you Guillain-Barré, narcolepsy, or epilepsy. Do not believe me that it can cause brain damage or cancer, infertility. Read the insert. Read the insert. Read the insert. Read the insert. It's not a conspiracy theory. Don't read the fake fact sheets they send home with your kids from school about how it's totally safe, no problems. Do you agree for them to have the shot? That's a lie, a criminal lie playing on our ignorance, not their fake fact sheet. Go to Walgreens and ask them for the drug insert that came in the ampule of the shot itself. The actual drug sheet, not a fake fact sheet, not a baloney sheet. Same thing on what's in your water. Let me say it again to all the yuppies that are in a daze and under mind control and have a psychological trigger compulsion to laugh when they hear something serious. There is poison in your water. There is poison in your water. The naked body scanners, literally hundreds of top scientists, radiologists on record, LA Times, New York Times, on and on and on. Associated Press admitting massive cancer risk from the body scanners. Do not say you weren't warned. But quite frankly, the naked body scanners from my research are nothing compared to what you're drinking in the drinking water. You want to know why everybody's so unhealthy, no matter how much they work out or eat right? The water's a chemical weapon.
In a coming apart world, you need something to keep it tied together. That something is Atwood Rope, the highest quality rope made in the USA, from exotic braids for military, rescue, arborists, shipyards, tow line, or boating. Quality rope at affordable prices you and your customers can depend on. Find a dealer or shop online at atwoodrope.net. Enter promo code RADIO to receive 100 feet of 550 paracord free with purchase. Atwood Rope, working to keep the world tied together.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years. The crazy part is, he's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet. And it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself. You can find the video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica, the number 3.com. Watch the free video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com.
Good day, Jim Newcomer from Midas Resources, December 16th, 2010. Gold opened this morning at $13.8130. A 1-ounce gold coin can be purchased for $14.1709, $708.54 for a half ounce, or $354.27 for a quarter ounce. That's $14.1709, $708.54, or $354.27.
Again, the Congressional Budget Office sounds the alarm, warning of Greek-style U.S. debt crises. CBO is drawing a parallel between U.S. economy and the Greek economic meltdown. Debt to GDP climbing to unfamiliar territory and deficits rising to unsupportable levels. Hi, Ted Anderson. The Federal Debt and Risk of Financial Crises document the CBO has published is a must-read for every American. Covering the risks of deficit spending, aging population, and rising interest rates spells economic disaster. Call today at 800-686-2237. I'll send it free. Again, call 800-686-2237. Ask for the CBO document. Call 800-686-2237.
Did you know that you can be tracked and traced when you're online? With identity theft and cybercrimes on the rise, your passwords, your identity, and even your physical location can be revealed to complete strangers. Would you like to surf the internet anonymously and not have to worry about these threats? Well, now you can by visiting patriotinternet.com. For about $2 per month, patriotinternet.com will conceal your IP address and your physical location, allowing you to browse the web, send emails, and instant message anonymously. patriotinternet.com will bypass filters, blocked sites, and keyword blocking. You can also bypass logging by your router and your ISP. With patriotinternet.com, there is no software to install and uses 128-bit encryption for your protection. When using wireless hotspots, patriotinternet.com shields your information from identity thieves and is compatible with Windows, Mac, and Linux. Protect your identity and your freedom with anonymous internet access from patriotinternet.com. Visit patriotinternet.com today.
Look like an angel, walk like an angel, talk like an angel, but I got one.
She's a devil.
You're the devil in disguise.
Oh, yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
We are back live. Look, if I don't start going to calls, I just won't do it. Jill, Scott, Pat, Andrew, Shannon, I promised a lot of your calls. I started mentioning one guest I was going to have on in the last 30 minutes or so today, and then ran on for an entire segment about it. But it ties into everything. Look, it's criminal that they put hundreds of deadly chemicals in your water. And most people won't go look into it because they go, there's no way that's happening. It is happening. You can find out in 10 seconds. Just type in state of Texas covered up radioactive particles in water. Well, of course they covered it up. They put it in there. I mean, here's another example. CNN, Kosovo militia. They don't want to call it their allies. They call it militia to try to demonize our militia. Everything's a psyop. Kosovo militia may have stolen prisoners' organs, report alleges. And it goes through a UN report about the KLA Muslim extremists that our government hired to attack the Serbs. And I'm not taking sides in this. The point is they're all killing each other. That was Serb land they took away for the UN. The KLA are a bunch of narcotics traffickers on record. And they go into the report, and it talks about just hundreds of people at a pop disappearing and their organs being sold. Well, China admittedly sells organs. Israel got real mad 2 years ago when it came out in European, Swedish, and other newspapers that doctors said, look, they're killing Palestinians they've arrested and selling their organs. And then it came out in the Jerusalem Post, in Haaretz, that, okay, yeah, we do it. Well, our government does it. These governments are not nice, okay? That's what I keep warning people. But as long as we're naive and gullible, they can continue to get away with this forever. That's why we don't let the government surveil us. That's why we don't let the government take our rights and liberties. People say, well, I have nothing to hide. You know, let them spy on me. It's not that you're bad. It's that they're bad. And certainly if you let them pyramid the power, if you let them vertically integrate the power and put control grids in, let's say an angel dictator built it because they wanted to keep you safe. Okay, let's just say that's not a lie for the sake of argument, which we know it is. These are tyrants that built this grid so they could have their way with us. But let's just say they built it because they care. Couldn't this global cashless society tracking grid that's being built be used by corrupt people in the future to oppress us? I remember warning Republicans, hey, this Patriot Act's going to be used on conservatives. When Bush was in office, they're like, no, it won't. Now conservatives are like, execute Assange. Really? And they've got legislation to put you in prison or execute you if you ever leak anything or as a reporter ever cover anything that's been leaked. We got cops arresting people nationwide for videotaping them, which is totally legal. I mean, is that really what you want in your just knee-jerk reaction to worship authority? What about illegitimate authority? You're so in love with Romans 13 manipulation that these preachers engage in, twisting it. Hitler then was of God. If you believe Romans 13, that, by the way, was his favorite Bible passage, Hitler said, render unto Caesar, I'm Caesar. And so I guess the American people should have worshipped Hitler. I mean, I think that's a bad idea. Or worship Stalin or Mao. I mean, they were put in by God, weren't they? No, the people became decadent and evil, and so wickedness took over, and then they were judged by their own actions. But by the way, in our system, it's still we the people, right? See, we're the government. Oh, no. We're taught it's anti-government to not like what the government's doing. Well, Gallup poll reports Congress has a 9% approval rating with conservatives, a 14% with liberals, a 10%. I was reading yesterday with independents, so it averaged out to a 13% overall approval rating. I know that was the headline, all-time low approval rating for Congress. In fact, guys, search Gallup poll, lowest approval rating in history for Congress. I want to show them that article from yesterday, not just go from memory. I know it said 13%, and when you averaged it, it was as low as 9%. And most people you call are cowardly on the phone. I've read some of the polling data and science on that. If they're asked a controversial question, they'll side with what they see as kind of pro-establishment. So you better believe it's a lot lower than 13%. Yeah, there it is. Congress's approval rating ties lowest in Gallup records. No. You pulled up a May 14, 2008. This was yesterday. You'll want to click news, and it'll be 13%, and then 9 is the lowest. That was back in the good old days when it was 20% 2 years ago. It was in my stack. It was also drudge-linked. We'll be right back, okay? And I'm not going to get to all this other stuff I've got. The Christmas surprise they're getting us ready for with a staged Al-Qaeda attack. There it is. Gallup poll puts congressional approval at lowest in history. And that says 8 points. Oh, so I'm sorry. It's right back.